Welcome to Desmond's Donders. Let's head off on a Donder. Welcome to another in our series, Marching North 2020. We're at the Hill of Many Stanes, and who'd believe it's only the 4th of March. That big yellow thing which keeps popping around behind me is the sun, and the skies are blue. Still cold though. The Hill of Many Stanes is a south-facing hillside in Mid Clyth, about 8.7 miles south of Wick in Caithness. It is about 200 upright stones, none more than a metre high, set out in rows running approximately north-south with the incline. The rows are not parallel, however, and they create a fan-shaped pattern. The arrangement is believed to be a relic of Bronze Age times. From the northern end of the rows, on a clear day, hills along the coast of Banffshire can be seen across the Moray Firth, some 50 miles away. If the night sky is clear, the moon in its most southerly rising position will be seen over these same hills. In the book Megalithic Lunar Observatories, Alexander Thom presented evidence that the stone rows were in effect a Bronze Age lunar observatory, tracking lunar movements over a cycle of 18.6 years. However, more than 20 similar stone rows are known in Caithness and Sutherland, and none of the others has been linked with astronomical observations. In Britain, stone rows of this kind are unknown outside Caithness and Sutherland, but similar rows of much taller stones are found in Brittany, especially at Carnac. As the cairns are 5,000 years old and these are 3,500 years old, my personal theory is that there was contact and some migration between the two communities, but like many other theories, it can never be proved. It may look a lovely day, bright and sunny, but it is bitterly, bitterly cold and very, very windy. So I'm afraid most of what I recorded on the day has had to be muted. Grey cairns of Camster. The cairns, which are considered to be examples of the Orkney Cromarty type of chambered cairn, were constructed in the 3rd or 4th millennium BC, in a desolate stretch of boggy, peat-covered moorland in the flow country of Caithness. They consist of 2 structures standing 180 metres apart, known as Camster Round and Camster Long. The cairns are located just to the west of a minor road built in the 19th century to link Wotton and Leibster. Camster Burn runs in a north-south direction about 100 metres to the west of the cairns, while the Loch of Camster is located just a short distance to the east. Although the surrounding countryside is now inhospitable and sparsely inhabited, during the Stone Age it was fertile farming land, and only became covered in peat during the Bronze Age. The round cairn. The round cairn is significantly smaller than the long cairn, about 18 metres in diameter and 4 metres tall. It's similar in shape and size to the round cairns that were incorporated into the long cairn, but is unlikely to be of similar age. It has not been subject to the same degree of exploration. The cairn features a curving forecourt, a cramped passage, a spacious central burial chamber separated into 3 compartments by upright slabs, corbelled walls supporting the cairn roof. Excavations in the 1800s found burnt human remains, flint tools and pottery. Its passage has been deliberately blocked inside. 2 skeletons were found, apparently in sitting positions. Despite protestations to the contrary, one member of the party decided she was going to explore inside the Cairns. The Long Cairn at Camster is a spectacular monument nearly 60 metres long and 20 metres wide. It has been reconstructed in modern times but was probably originally built in the early 4th millennium BC. It has a curved forecourt at each end. The northeastern forecourt is defined by a low platform and short stepped horns. Unusually, it does not frame an entrance door. The cairn has a long history of exploration, and prior to the first excavations in 1865, it had a very different profile. 2 burial chambers were found in the cairn, and both had originally formed part of separate round cairns, entered by cramped passages. Later, it seems, they were incorporated into the single long cairn we see today, though nobody is sure why. The development of the cairn and its original appearance are still disputed. The grey cairns of Camster stand among two of the oldest stone monuments in Scotland. A pair of Neolithic tombs originally built more than 5,000 years ago. Although they have been reconstructed in modern times, the Grey Cairns of Camster provide a fascinating insight into Neolithic funerary practices. The monument consists of a long and a round cairn. The long cairn has two internal chambers and the round cairn a single chamber with 3 compartments. The cairns are hauntingly sited on a windswept moor in the middle of the famous Caithness flow country. This lonely location has likely aided the cairns' preservation, protecting them from the ravages of modern farming. The Grey Cairns of Camster have a long history of archaeological investigation. Of the two, the long cairn has been more extensively explored. Before excavation, it had the appearance of a series of humps joined by a spine. Both cairns were excavated in 1865, with human remains found in both. The cairns are similar to those at Knockfreesedane, which we visited earlier. They are 15 miles to the northwest and they have not yet been investigated. Archaeological excavation there could shed more light on the Grey Cairns of Camster. Thank you for watching Desmond's Donders. We'll hope you'll join us again for more photos, waffle and eat as we travel around Scotland. Bye for now.